Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below. Good evening everybody, and welcome along to the grand finale of the AOR Esports Tournament for Xbox One. Tonight we go to the famous Red Bull Ring in Spielberg for the Austrian Grand Prix. It joined the F1 calendar back in 2014, the start of the hybrid era, and there's a lot of opportunities to overtake here, and the run to the first corner is short, but it's essential to get right and get a good start, because otherwise there could be accidents in this race, just like the esports champion Brendan Lee found out back in 2017 in the run-up to Turn 2 and Turn 3. After all the blood, sweat and tears and all the hard work and practice that these teams have put across these 8 and 9 rounds of this tournament, for some teams it's their final chance for making sure that they get through to the finals. 2 have already made it, 2 are within a shot, so we'll have to wait and see who gets qualified. I am Jess, and I will be going to be your commentator for tonight's final race, and we are going to see some awesome battles, I'm sure, tonight. In particular, Turn 3, as we just seen, which was happening in F1 2017. It was a very good move shown there, going through the pretty tight DRS zones. And we've got the tyre compounds on offer for today's race. We have got the yellow softs, the red super softs, and the purple ultra softs. The last qualifying lap on season 17 on Xbox One was set on the ultra soft tyres with a 103.3. And the track records obviously have already been broken, but those were the times before season 16 came around, where one of the Williams Esports drivers set a pole time of a 104.9. So that is interesting. We're about to take you through the map of Austria, which is one of the shortest on the calendar, as well as Monaco, but one of the shortest laps is sub 1 minute. There is about 3 DRS zones, one towards turn 2 and 3, and there's one towards going towards turn 4 as well, just the start of turn 3. So there's plenty of opportunities here. So we are about to head to qualifying. And we only have 10 drivers tonight, but we have all the teams that we need to make sure that we can have a fight to see who's going to make it through to the finals. So before I go through the standings, I'll quickly see which teams are here tonight. So let's start off with our current championship leaders, which is Comrade Gaming, CRG, and this is Evo and Simon in the Renault. Now, this is one of the teams that can't be caught. They are on top of the championship and they can't go below that, so they have qualified provisionally to the finals. So massive well done to the both of them. Another team that is joining them in the finals provisionally, another team that can't be caught in second place, is Veloce Esports. That is on the hands for Veloce Surprise and his teammate Veloce Alonso. For these two teams, it's just driving for fun and really proving their state and getting some practice in, ready for the live finals at the end of May. So, the two teams that are still mathematically within a shot. CRG is on 256 points, Veloce is on 176. Our next team in tonight in third place that could still be within a shot of qualifying is AOR Esports. That is ERL Myro, who's in the car tonight, along with his teammate ERL Darth Vader 786. I think that's how you say his name. They're on 101 points, but they didn't score last week. And the team in fourth place They had a good point score. They had a good point score last week. They did very well. They had a poor start to the season, but they clawed back, and they are looking to see if they can beat them to the spot. And that is the Fat Boys, the Fat Esports Boys of TRL Martin. He's in the car again this week, and in the other Mercedes car, in fact, is AOR Reynolds. So, yes, pretty interesting there. So those are basically the two teams that can still do it. The other team that's still in this lobby is the top speed Italian F1 team. They mathematically can't go into the finals, but they're still racing anyway, which is a pure sport, to be honest. So, and they're going to try and see if they can score as many points as they can. Kowalski's in second place at the moment, with Pietro in third. Now, we had a few questions in the chat about why there is a rerun. Well, they were scheduled to do round 4 of Austria about 4 or 5 weeks ago, but unfortunately the day they were going to do it, Xbox Live ran into some issues. The commentators that were meant to be streaming it and commentating on it, they couldn't join. There was a few other drivers that couldn't join the lobby either, so they thought they would postpone it till tonight. So that is just to give you a clear indication about what's going on. So now we have given a rundown of the teams that are in tonight and who is mathematically within a chance. Let's go and see who is potentially on the lap. We've got 11 minutes left to go of qualifying, and the qualifying lap that was set, the fastest lap on this game from the Xbox guys, is a 103.338. That was set by Veloce Surprise on the ultra soft tyres. There's only a few people on the ultra soft tyres at the moment, so most people have set their best time on the soft. We have Pietro in the top speed team. They've set their best time on the ultra soft, which is a 104. Now 104.0 on the soft is pretty good from Veloce Surprise, so he's really stepping up to his mark and proving that he's one of the good drivers on this game. He has qualified provisionally to the playoffs on the F1 Esports game, so that is good to see. And I'm just going to actually see who is on a lap right now as well. It's going to be a bit of a good moment to give these drivers their moment, really. They want to give a good result, and for the ones who are not being qualified, they want to give it everything. So they've qualified to the Esports Tournament anyway, the AOR. They just want to be sure that they can deliver their last races. Now, I do believe CRG Evo is going on a flyer now. Is he just about to start his fly? Yes, he is. He's going through turn 1, just go through the DRS, and he's going to go through the left-hand curve. He hit the DRS perfectly there. Going through the long run into turn 2 and into possibly turn 3. There is a little bit of a confusion sometimes with what the right track map is, but that was turn 3. Going through to the next DRS zone. A little bit late on the DRS, but not. He's still maintaining his speed. Braking not that hard here, just going for the 100 meter board into turn 4. Really tight little entry here, but turn 5, and then approaching that little kink into turn 6 in that right-hander, kissing that right apex into turn 7 and 8. The long straight coming up here in the run to turn 9 is possibly where we'll see a lot of overtaking as well. And then going to the final corner of turn 10. What could Evo do for his lap? Let's just see. It is a 104.415. That puts him in 5th place. So he has improved, but not quite enough to beat the other super soft runners of Veloce Surprise. ERL Myro and the ERL Esports team, he set his best time on the ultra soft tyres on a 103.6. Now that is a pretty good, decent lap time from him. He's about 3/10 off the provisional time to beat from season 16. And Martin has just retired from the session, so not quite sure what happened there. Maybe either his lap time got invalidated, or he might have bottled a lap. I'm not entirely sure. So it will be up to his teammate, AOR Reynolds, to make sure that he gets a good lap in for the FAP Esports guys. the gap between FAP and ERL, it's minuscule. It's around about, it's about 9 points. Yeah, it's about 9 points gap, so it is that close. So basically each of them have got to outscore each other, and that'll be it. And Austria is one of my favourite tracks. A lot of places where people can make ambitious moves, and we've seen a lot of weather changes as well, and it's always been a great race for AOR. It was a great race in season 17 as well when I was watching it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching that as well. Quite a few people actually are going into the pit lane, but I think Pietro is on his outlap currently. Not sure what the weather is tonight. I will double check to the guy who usually provides with the weather, but I think it looks like it's going to be a dry race as far as I'm aware, because otherwise a lot of people will be on the ultras and not everyone is on the ultra soft tyres. So looks like it will be a dry race, which will be a relief for the drivers. They want to put their absolute effort into this. Now, a lot of people go to the Austrian Grand Prix because it's popular and it packs really a lot into a very short lap. And a lot of people go and watch at the Nord Grandstand. That's why a lot of people go and see it. And it's based around the outside of what used to be the Bosch curve at the Red Bull Ring. And you can actually see most of the track from there. So if you are going to watch the Austrian Grand Prix later on this year, maybe go and try and get in that grandstand. So let's just go riding on board with Pietro in the Ferrari as he goes past turn 4 into the small kink of turn 5. Now watch this very, very carefully. He's in ERS mode 5 at this stage as he approaches turn 6, and then going into the short turn 7 and then into turn number 8. Very, very important you maximise your speed here. Get full power as possible around here. Going into turn 9 and in the final corner of turn 10. What could Pietro do? Can he improve on this P3? It is looking good on those ultra soft tyres. He improved his lap by 19,000 of a second, but that doesn't put him high up on the grid at the moment. That still puts him in P3. Darth Vader is on one as well on the super softs. He is, actually might not be, because he's on the RS mode 0, but you never know. But his fastest lap was a 104.4. We still got Sonic and EVR Reynolds still not to set a lap time, so we're going to wait for these guys, but they're probably waiting for the track to evolve a little bit more just so they could get the best possible lap in. And yes, Darth Vader is, or DR Vader, however you say his name, is going into the pits, but his teammate EVR Myro has just put the car on pole position at 103.4. That is pretty good as well. They really got to do all they can tonight, the ERL boys, and they are definitely doing it tonight. Now we're still finding out some more information about where the live finals is going to be held, and I think the drivers are waiting for that information as well. It's going to be very exciting times. If you're watching this and drive on the PC and PS4, I'd like to congratulate those teams that have provisionally qualified themselves to the esports tournament. It's a massive feat, and we wish you guys the best of luck. Because I say provisionally, some of the stewards' inquiries are still ongoing, so that's why I'm saying provisionally at this moment in time. Kowalski, I think, is going on his second flyer lap now. So he was on his first out lap. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with the Ferrari boys. And Sonic is going on his out lap now, so that is good. So he'll be trying to get on his tyres. Now, looking at what the tyres they've got fitted at the moment, we have got Myra, who's choosing to set his next lap on the Ultras. We've got Surprise, who's going to set his next lap on the Supers. We've got Pietro and Darth Vader want to set their next lap on the Ultra Soft tyres. Then we've got Ivo, Kowalski, and Simon that are going to go on their laps on the Supers. Martin is going to start from the back, obviously. And then we've got Alonso, who wants to start on the supers, and Reynolds on the softs. Now, since there's only 10 drivers, that makes it interesting, which means they will all have, if they've set a lap time, they'll all have to start on the tyres they set their fastest lap in. Now, Martin may be a little bit strategic in that sense, because Martin, not setting a lap, maybe he's chosen that on purpose so he can choose what tyres he starts the race on, and he can get the best possible chance of climbing his way through the field. Now, that is a really good strategic move, I think. Because there's not many drivers. It doesn't matter if you start last, because you're still going to gain some good positions anyway. So that might pay off a little bit. We'll have to wait and see, as everyone else is now going on for their final laps now. So let us know in the chat, guys, who you think is going to get pole position, and which of the two teams that are still mathematically within a chance do you think will get in, and which ones do you want to get in? There's two entirely different questions. ERL are ahead at the moment, but only by 9 points to FAT, so it's going to be a tie race, to be honest. And there's no Haas drivers tonight, so Haas would be in it. Well, they technically were still mathematically with it, but they would probably have to have a 1-2 with none of the FAT or ERL boys to not score at all. So basically, it is between ERL and FAT. As Kowalski decides enough is enough, he's not saying his lap time. And Alonso just set a 104.0 on the supers. That is a good lap time from him. I'm just going to see Evo is coming across the final corner now. He'll have time to have set one more lap time. Can he get in 7th? So you'll have time for one more lap. Simon will have time for one more lap too. EVR Reynolds, will he make it in time to set another flyer, because he's on his out lap at the moment? We've got Myra that's just going past sector 3 as we speed, just past turn 8 and going through turn 9. If he wants to maximise his pole position, it will be good if he can find a tip just to really secure his time. Can he do it? 68 thousandths, but I think his lap time got invalidated. Not sure what happened there. Veloce surprise, I don't know. Darth Vader is going through the final corner now. Nope, he's going into the pits. Let's see, Simon's about to cross the final corner now. Is he going to the pits? No, he's not. Can he go and go to the top and get a lap that he needs? Let's see, a 103.7, that puts him in 4th place. Evo, that puts him in 4th. So that's a 4th and 5th for the Conrad Gaming guys. But again, it doesn't matter where they qualified. They've already qualified. EVR Reynolds, he's not running his ERS, so I don't think he's going to stay 10th. How about Veloce surprise? I think he's going down a little bit as well. I think, actually no, he could be on a lap. Not entirely sure. So I don't think anyone can beat Myro's 103.4. So Myro in the AOR Esports team is on pole position, and that is the icing on the cake for the team, to be honest, because at the moment the FAP Esports boys are 9th and 10th. Reynolds wanted to get a feel for the track, I imagine, but I do believe Martin and Reynolds will have free choice of tyres as far as the rules. I know Martin will, but I'm not sure about Reynolds, so I will double check on that one. Veloce surprise not setting another lap time, so I think it's just up to Reynolds, but he's running slow anyway, I think. Yes, he is. So your pole man is ERL Myro. The PC team, they did not qualify for the event, but Hypers did win in Brazil on Saturday. But can they get one of their teams to the finals? I think all the ERL Esports team are praying that that's the case. We are about to get the standings for you right now. Just look at the top 8 separated by 0.5 of a second. That's how close it is. We are sure we're going to be in for a really good finale here for Apex Online Racing's Esports Tournament for Xbox One. So we've got Myro on pole ahead of Veloce Surprise. Now we got his team, Myro's teammate Dr. Vader in 4th, 3rd, Evo in 4th, Simon in 5th, Karowski in 6th, Pietro in 7th, Veloce Alonso in 8th, and then the 2 fat boys, Reynolds and Martin, rounding up your top 10. My oh my, I hope you're all as hyped as I am for this race to begin. It's been a roller coaster for some of these teams. Most people have had their downs. There's quite a few people that had their ups as well. And, I do believe we are having a lobby restart, I believe, due to the fact that they need to let the 183 drivers in, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. I need to get clarification. But both of them are in on my screen. I think Amazed is. But no, I see both of them in. So I'll just have to double check on that one. But we shall see anyway. What happens is, nope, Amazed has left the session. And surprise, yep, it is a lobby restart. Which is fine. We want to make sure that is fair, because there's also a battle to not be last on the leaderboard, on the team's leaderboard. Because both Thrive and 183 Esports are both on 6 points. If 183 Esports scored tonight, then they could knock off Thrive on that spot. So, and I've just got another invite to the new lobby. That is good. That is good to see. That is good news. Good that these lads are keeping me company there. So, strategy today. So like we just said earlier on, the tyres that we have got on offer is the Ultras, Supers and the Softs. And it is likely going to be a one-stop race. Except if you do Ultras to Supers, or Ultras to Supers to Softs. But the one-stop strategy is going to be Ultra. Some people could do Ultras to Softs, but to be honest, that is a little bit of a gamble to do Ultras to Softs. So I think a majority of the drivers tonight will be doing soft to mediums or mediums to softs. If they were to do soft to mediums, they would pit around about between lap 14 to lap 17. And if they were to do the softs, they would pit around about lap 18, 19, 20 and 21. So, I hope I've got that right, but that should be alright. So, I am having trouble getting into the lobby at the moment because I'm still stuck on joining session. So, hopefully I should be able to join soon. Hopefully I won't get any of these black screens. I might have to do a restart on my Xbox if that's the case, but I don't know. So whilst I do my best to see if I can join the session, basically I'll go through the standings properly this time. So, Comrade Gaming are on 256 points. We've got Veloce Esports on 176. Now these two teams, they can't be caught. They're in the finals provisionally. So well done to those two. And then the two teams that can still qualify are AOR Esports with 101 points. And then, oh, nope, I've got a fail to join session. Okay, so I need another invite, I think. Yes, I will need another invite because I can't join. So hopefully they will in a minute. But anyway, let's carry on with the standings. And so, yeah, ERL on 101, FAT on 92, so that's a 9-point gap. I didn't actually go through the other team standings, so I will go through it for you right now. We've got Maximus in the house, who are not here tonight, on 77. TSTF1 Racing, who are not racing tonight, they were in the Toro Rosso on 48. Top Speed Italian team in the Ferrari on 46, 5 Esports in the Williams on 6, 183 Esports in the Red Bull also on 6 points, and Radicals in the Force India is yet to score and they're not racing tonight. So, yes. So, we're about to get underway shortly. I did get another invite. Hopefully, second time lucky that I can join back this session, because if not, I will have to give my Xbox a little bit of a reboot. That's what I had to do on Saturday when I was broadcasting a bit of Forza. So hopefully we should be all good. We're keeping our fingers, and I'm touching wood here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm touching wood. And I thought I would also go through the results from last week, the top 5 from last week. So CRG Evo won last week with his teammate CRG Simon in P2. And we have got Veloce Surprise in P3. And then we got Martin from FAP, who finished 4th. And Apex Zero, he finished in 5th place. So that was your top 5 from the Brazilian Grand Prix. If you did not watch the Brazilian Grand Prix, it was a very good race. And yeah, it was absolutely brilliant, to be honest. It was good to watch. And I think the PS4 race, if you didn't watch the PS4 race, my oh my, that race was amazing. And if you don't want to watch all of it, watch the highlights. I don't know how they managed to get the PS4 highlights into, yes, failed to join session. Now I need to restart my Xbox because I literally can't join. So just give me a second whilst I need to power do a restart. So if you hear my Xbox boot up, that's probably why. It's probably the first time my Xbox has had issues joining a session, which is quite weird because the last time it's had that was in Season 16. So yes, I'm just going to give it another 10 seconds and restart again, and hopefully I should join back. So yeah, sorry about the delay, guys. We just want to make sure things are fair for the teams. They want to make sure the setups are right as well, because then the 183 Esports can get their setups in. So I need to do this and plug in my Xbox. Hopefully, third time lucky, I can get into the session, because otherwise it'll be a bit of a nightmare. So that should be alright. So I went through the top 5 from last week. I went through the standings. Actually, let me go through the points that were scored in the last race in Brazil whilst I try to join in the game. So we have got CRG scored the most points last week with 43 points. Then we got FAP Esports. They've had a double point score with 18. Veloce was third with Sonic scoring 15 points for the team. No, not Sonic. It was Veloce Surprise, sorry. Maximus, they scored 12 points. Top Speed Italian, they scored 8. TSTF1 Racing Team in the Toro also scored 4. 183 Esports scored 1. So those were the points that were scored last race. And right, I'm gonna see what is happening now. So I've just powered my Xbox. So I'm gonna try and see if I can join. So hopefully Evo can chuck me another invite. That'll be great. And I'll just give you a quick rundown. I'm not sure about the PS4 teams that provisionally qualified, but provisionally the PC teams that qualified are Williams, Red Bull, and VP Gaming. So I'm not sure if it's confirmed yet. That's why I'm saying it's provisional. So I would like to say a big well done to those 3 teams for qualifying. I do believe the PS4 Williams side have also qualified as well. I think VGIA Giants also qualified as well. I can't remember the final team that qualified. And right, no, I don't want to start a party. Go away. No, I don't want to start a party. That would have been a disaster. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Literally 3 people have sent me invites. This is great. This is great. I love you guys. So hopefully once my game loads up. So I am tempted to do a drum roll here to see if I can get into this, but hopefully I should be alright this time. Because if not, what the next thing I'll try is I'll restart the stream and do that. But I'm going to try this first, see what happens. And, you know, it might... Hey! There we go. I've joined the session. Oh, panic over. Panic over. So hopefully we can get this session underway soon. Oh my word. Oh my word. I think what I should have done was I should have restarted to begin with. But I didn't. So that was alright. So... Yes, and that got a little bit of your attention up, didn't it, in the chat? Because some of you guys were still waiting to find out how the teams are going to do tonight. So, yes, I know Ben was holding on for sheer life, for sheer breath, I can tell. Yes, I was holding on for dear life as well, to be honest. I didn't do it on purpose. I literally was trying to get into the lobby, but I couldn't. So... Yes. Phew. Hurrah. We're about to get underway, lads. So if you just joined us, hello. Welcome to the final round of the AOR Esports Tournament for Xbox One. This is the Austrian Grand Prix. This is the rerun because at round number 4, Xbox Live decided to have some problems. And some of the drivers and some of the commentators could not get in. So that's why they had to postpone it to tonight. Just if you were wondering. We're just waiting for one driver to ready up and then we could get underway. So I'm literally so excited. This is going to be a very climatic race because we still got a championship fight on our hands for 3rd and 4th, really. And what I'll do is at the end of the race, I will do some quick maths on which teams have scored points. I will do a quick screenshot when the standings come up, and then I will do some maths to make sure I get the right teams that are provisionally qualified, just so you know provisionally what's going to happen, because at the end they've still got to do some stewards inquiries. So there we go. So just to clear things up, this is custom grid. That they guys are doing, and they will start in the same positions. The 183 Esports, I believe, will be at the back of the grid. So I believe the top 8 will have to start on the same times they qualified on. Potentially Reynolds has to as well. Martin, because he didn't set a lap time, can have a free choice of tyres. So can Amaze and John. Now, if they don't start on the tyres they qualified on, they will get a fat DQ. So, let's go to the formation lap. The moment you've all been waiting for like the past 10-15 minutes. So, here we go then. Let's get the tyres that are on offer. So, Myro is on the Ultras. We've got Veloce Surprise on the Supers. Darth Vader on the Ultras. We've got Evo, Simon and Krowski on the Supers, Pietro on the Ultras, Sonic on the Supers, Reynolds on the Softs, Martin on the Softs. So both the Fappy Sports guys going for the alternate strategy, which should be interesting. And then we've got Amazed and John on the Super Soft tyres. So, quick reminder on strategy. The pit window for the Super Softs is going to be between lap 14 to 17. And the Ultras, for some of these guys, they will have to pit around about lap 8 to 11. And the Softs will pit around about laps 18 to 21, just to give you an idea. So, there is a few laps difference between, well, there's about 5 or 6 laps difference between each tyre. So that will make things extremely interesting for the drivers. It is a nice sunny day in Austria. Watch out for the run into turn 1, because that is where we can see a lot of people try and make moves, but the potential to make the move, the best chance to make the move is potentially turn 2 and turn 3. So we'll be watching and we'll be keeping an eye on it. The stewards will be keeping an eye on them as well. So we are about to get the 5 red lights for you soon, as the last cars are lining up the grid at the moment. So we're getting 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are underway for the final round of esports, and looks like it is a pretty decent start for Myro as he makes up the run into turn 1. And look at the Renault of Evo, who is getting lost almost by Darth Vader as they go side by side into turn 2. A very good defensive line from him, and also Amaze gaining out quite a few positions in the Red Bull, up into 10th place already, now up into 9th. We've already seen a little bit of debris at the back of the field. What's gone on there? Let me just check. I think we're okay. Oh, Pietro has had a bit of issues. He's dropped it down to 12, so not the best start from him as well, as we've got Simon and Veloce Alonso going side by side. Alonso right on the back of Simon at this stage, going towards turn 6 and approaching turn 7. The top 6 looking close so far. So at the moment it is Myro in the lead, Surprise in second, Evo in third, Darth Vader in 4th, and Simon in 5th place at the moment. John not that far behind his teammate Amaze as well. So teams really got to come into play here if they want to score the maximum points that they possibly can. Sonic's going to get another chance going to turn 1. He's about 3 tenths behind Simon. We'll just have to wait and see what happens here. We'll look at Pietro and Amaze as well as they come towards turn 3 in a minute. Looks like John almost managed to get the move done there, but I think Pietro manages to hold on. I think John will get another chance along this back straight of towards the turn 4, and then a small kink of turn 5. Ooh. They're going right on the back of him at the moment, so there's no room for error for these two, but looks like at the moment John will stay behind Pietro in the Ferrari. So what is going on up front? Myro still leads, but Evo is doing all he can to try and catch up to Veloce Surprise. Let's see who is being the biggest gainers so far this race. Let me just have a look. We've got Evo, he has gained 1 position. Sonic, he has gained 2 positions, and so has TRL Martin. He's up into 8th place. Brilliant start from him. Another good start from John. He's gained 1. And looks like Veloce Surprise has gained 1 as well, going into turn 3. And Evo's going to get a run on Myro as well. Myro must be struggling because there must have been some issue, but I don't know. Let's see. Maybe Myro's Ultrasofts are not behaving as they should do, as Evo's right on the back of Myro right now. But look at the teammate of Darth Vader right on the back of Evo. Teammates are coming into play here, which is good to see. We've got ERL versus CRG here. CRG have nothing to lose. They've already qualified, but CRG still want to show their worth at the top of the championship. So any points that they get at this stage is absolutely crucial, even at these early stages. So Surprise holding that gap to Myro, but I will keep an eye on as they go towards turn 3. DRS is enabled, so I am going to keep an eye on to see if Myro's going to make the jump. I don't think he is at the moment as he goes towards turn 3. I'm going to see if anyone is closing up to the back of these guys. There could be a potential for John. John's teammate Amaze had to dive it into the pits with some issue. Not quite sure what issue it is. And Kowalski's next challenger is Sonic for 6th place. I wonder what's going to happen here, as Kowalski has had a few incidents so far this tournament. He's had a few penalties. He's hopefully going to try and make sure that he can have the most clean race possible. We'll just have to find out from him as well, see what happens. Now, I am just having a look actually. Someone said, does Martin have wing damage? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. I did see someone's debris fall off, but wait a minute. I can't really tell. It might have been a bit of his end plate, but I don't know. But looks like it is pretty minor. So he can stay out for a bit longer, but he may have to pit earlier, but we don't know. But I did see someone had a little bit of an issue, but I don't know who it was there. So hopefully I will get a bit of a more understanding probably in the next few laps, because we may see a few people deciding to go to the pit lane. So I will double check about that. So I am just going to see, actually, we've got Simon right on the back going to close up to Darth Vader pretty soon. But I think Evo's close enough to Myra is at the moment. What is Evo's mind games going on at the moment? Is he going to stay in third place? Does he want to keep the AOR Esports teams adrift? Do you want to keep them behind Simon maybe? Or does he want to see if he can go past Myro? So many things that can come into play here at these early stages. That's why it is an esports team tournament. It is not about the Drivers' Championship. It is about the teams element of it. So it's not necessarily how, as long as both your drivers do well consistently, then that will help you qualify your place into the grand finals. There's not much battles happening at the moment, but Simon is around about 2 tenths behind Darth Vader. Now let me just look at the tyre situation right now, so I know some of you may be wondering about that. Myro and Darth Vader on the Ultras. So, because Evo and Simon are on the Supers, it won't be long before the Ultras start to die out, and potentially Simon and Evo can challenge for a move, and Evo might potentially go for a move right now if he's 2 tenths behind as well. So maybe Myro is starting to push his ultra soft tyres to the absolute limit here, as Myro is going to try and cover off Evo. Surprise, he's already falling away from the top lot by 1 second at the moment. So already he's having a good race already. He won in Austria in season 17, don't forget. Evo almost went for another look into turn 3, but not quite at the moment. He's looking for the best opportunity. He's waiting to see if Myro is going to struggle on his tyres, because otherwise he may not make the move yet, which he's not going to. He's playing it safe at the moment, which is very important, because you don't want to get involved in any sort of incident at this early stages, because otherwise that could be your race even though it won't matter for Conway Gaming. And every moment I always get questions like, what are the standings? What are the standings? I will give you a quick overview again. So, but the top 2 teams, CRG and Veloce, they've already qualified into the finals. As all, we got Veloce, Alonso, and Darth Vader and Simon looking to move into turn number 1. All this is very going to be tight here as well. Let's run on board with Kurowski. We're going to probably get a good view going into turn 2. Simon getting the jump here as well, and we've also got Myro making the Evo's made his way past Myro. Kurowski almost made his way past Darth Vader, but Veloce Alonso did, so that was a good move from him. And yep, the Ultras are starting to die, as we would have probably expected at this stage. Kurowski, I think it's a question of when he's going to, it's not if he's going to do it, it's a question of when he's going to do it. I think he probably can do it any second, I think. Probably he may do it in the next lap, potentially, in turn 2 and turn 3. So, I'll just have to wait and see. And just to let you know, Matthias, yes, I do believe Martin is, I think, just for this tournament for FAT. And to represent them, I believe. So, just to clear up your question. And yeah, look at the gap between Surprise and Myro for first and third. I'll just get the leader gap just to be sure. 2.2 seconds. And Kurowski's going to see if he could try and dive it in, but he can't quite yet, as Darth Vader managed to cover him off. This could be a potential towards the DRS straight, going to downhill section, going into turn 4. He's almost going to try and dive it in around the outside of Darth Vader, but can he make it stick? Let's wait and see. Going towards turn 6 now. Darth Vader, good defensive line at the moment. Now approaching turn 7. And then to the short kink of turn 8. Darth Vader and Kowalski going side by side again. Approaching turn 9. And then going into start-finish straight of turn 10. Let's see what happens here. Kowalski's going to get DRS. I don't think Darth Vader will have DRS. I think he's 1.1 seconds off. So Kowalski's going to make the move into turn 1. And he makes it stick this time. He is up into 6th place. So those super softs making wonders at the moment. And I won't be surprised. But look, Darth Vader is looking for a comeback. He's going to try and look around the inside. But Kowalski's tyres have the better grip at the moment. These ultras are dying, and the two ERL boys are trying to make sure that they can make the ultra softs last as long as you can. But look at it, it's starting to have a little bit of a lock-up between on these ultra soft tyres, so it is a bit of a shame. But for every Austria race that I've watched in AOR and also in other league races recently, I've seen the ultra soft tyres die pretty quickly, and they're not the best strategy, so unless they do the 2-stop. So we got a question from F1 Maestro. It says, how many points do FAP need to gain to overtake ERL? Darth Vader is going to the pit. So at the moment, ERL Esports are on 101. FAP Esports on 92. So basically what FAP need to do, they need to outscore McLaren ERL by quite a bit, and Myro's in 4th at the moment, so I don't know how it's going to work at the moment. I will do my maths correctly soon as well, but looks like, I think, as far as I'm aware, I think if it stays as it is, ERL would qualify if it stays where it is. I'm not entirely sure. Or it might be a tie break. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. But I will do my maths correctly later on as well, so you are more aware as well. Now, the guys that... Now, Darth Vader, interestingly enough, let's just jump on board with Darth Vader, actually. He has gone onto the set of Super Soft, so he's not chosen to go onto the soft like I thought. So he is opting for the 2-stop strategy. Now, his teammate, Myro, is still on the Ultra Softs quite well, actually. He's not doing too bad, and he's still managing to keep Sonic in the other Sauber behind. So maybe Myro is trying to see if he can do a 1-stop. It is doable for him, really. And because Myro did not score, unfortunately, last week. So really, they got to score this week, really, to be honest, to stand with a chance. As both of these teams do as well. Now, I do believe Sonic, though, is going to be right behind Myro. Yeah, you can see Myro's tyres are starting to die. Oh, there's always been contact from Sonic and Myro as Myro's been forced off. Oh, that was unfortunate for him as he is going into the pits. Ooh, I don't know what caused that, to be honest with you. Because I'm not a steward, I don't know what I would think in this situation. But he was struggling a bit on his tyres anyway, as let's see what tyres he's going to put on. Yes, he is going for the softs. So yes, he looks like he is doing the 1-stop. It will go to the end on those set of tyres, but it would die probably towards about a lap or 2 laps to go. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. So that puts both the ERL boys in 9th and 10th so far on this race, with still the super soft runners and the soft runners still yet to make a stop. John doing very well in 8th place already, doing not too bad as well as the first of the super soft runners. CRG Evo is making the brave move to go into the pit, as Simon is probably going to go into the pits 2 or 3 laps later. Evo, as predicted, is going on to the set of the soft tyres as he comes out of the pit lane. And Surprise, interesting enough, stays out, and so does Alonso as well. So they'll probably be pitting at different times to try and cover off each other and to try and make sure they can get ahead of the CRG boys. You never know. Even though it's not mathematically possible for the Veloce boys to get into the top, again, they still want to get as many points as possible. So, yes. Demon says, fresh TR tyres has given the super soft runners such an advantage. Yes. Yes, definitely. It gets to a point where around about lap 10 and 11, the super soft really starts to come to its own. And Simon goes into the pit lane. So does Veloce Surprise. Alonso stays out. Let's ride on board with CRG Evo as he goes past turn 9. Actually, no, let's just see. Just give confirmation as to what tyres Simon will be going into. Yes, that is the soft. What about Veloce Surprise? Yep, he's going on to the softs as well. Evo is just going past turn 1. Oh, it's going to be ever so close, actually. Veloce Surprise gets ahead of Evo. But Simon stays behind his teammate. So it is, the order hasn't changed from that perspective. And crucially enough, Sonic gets ahead of Myro. So that is very interesting there. And Darth Vader in 6th. That is pretty decent stuff from him so far. So that is in very intriguing pit stop strategies. Now, interesting enough, what can the FAP Esports guys do? They're 1 and 2 on the track at the moment. Still yet to make a stop. At around about 5 or 6 laps time is where you could expect the Super Softs to... Oh, no. Amazed has retired from the session. Not quite entirely sure what happened there. Unfortunately, with the F1 2018 game, I cannot check what has caused that, unfortunately. So we will have to wait and see what goes on here. I'm just going to see if there's any other battles potentially. Kowalski could potentially close up to Darth Vader again, as he is showing some rapid pace at the moment on those softs, which I thought would have less grip than the supers at this stage, but don't think it has, because he's starting to close up a little bit. I don't think Darth Vader is pulling away enough, but I don't know. Now, a few of the guys in the chat are a bit surprised that a safety car wasn't pulled off. Well, the cars did go out the way. I don't know, but I didn't see what happened to Amaze, unless I could see if one of the 183 Esports guys can provide a POV, and then I can just have a quick look and see what has happened from their perspective. So we'll just have to find out pretty shortly. On lap 17 of 36, almost halfway into this race already, as Surprise is in the net lead of this race as he gets past Reynolds quite easily there, as he's on newer tyres, of course. And it won't be that long before he gets past Martin either. But look at Kowalski and Darth Vader though. Kowalski gets past Darth Vader. Very coincidentally, I had a feeling he was going to get it done somehow. Evo makes his way past Reynolds, just like Surprise did to him as well. So that is good enough to see as well. I am looking at the points as we speak. I'm looking to see how the points are going to change matters as well. And I won't just add up the points for the 4 teams. I will add it for everyone, so the teams have a little bit more of an update about what is going on. Now, just to be aware, it's the top 3 teams from each platform. It's not overall. It's not what goes on overall in all the 3 platforms. It's the top 3 teams of each platform that get through to the final. So the top 3 from PS4, top 3 from PC, and top 3 from Xbox One. So that is what's going on. So we've had 3 from PS4, we've had 3 from PC. Which 3 from Xbox will join as Alonso just gone past Darth Vader again, but looks like Darth Vader's going to have another challenge right here. We already know that CRG and obviously Veloce have qualified like we said, but they're still having a fight for position, which is what we need. It's good to have some battles for fun, you know, to make sure that you have a good chance, because you never know. Even though your team may have qualified, you got to make sure that you don't get involved in many instances, because that could cost your team points in some points maybe. So it's important that you keep it clean, have some very clean racing, because it may not be over yet, but again, we shall have to wait and see as well. As Darth Vader's around about 1.3 seconds off his last sector. So, oh, what's happened to Alonso? Oh, he's out the race. He's out the race. He's binned it into turn 1. That was a nasty shunt. I think he misjudged the braking point, I think, and that's what costed him. So, yeah, he is not happy whatsoever there. And because it was off track, that's why I didn't bring the safety car. Whoa. So we've lost 2 drivers today. 1 ESR Maze and then Veloce Sonic as well. So that is unfortunate. So that means any of the guys that are still running, they can score points, which is very crucial. But look at Evo though. Evo not far behind Surprise. Now, this is going to be key. Reynolds still in front of Simon, which is pretty good going. He with 18 lap tyres. He's doing not too bad on those 19 lap used softs. Now, we are approaching to go the end of the pit window for the soft tyres. And if they manage to get those soft tyres working for a little bit longer, that would be pretty impressive. That could be a contender for driver of the day. I did see in one race, I think it was one league race once, where I saw someone run at the soft tyres for 24 laps. That was just crazy. But I do believe there was a safety car, I think, or a virtual safety car. I can't remember which it was. But if he went for like one more lap, he would have had a puncher. So I do believe, I think it might have been on PS4 though, but I wonder if that could be done on Xbox. I don't know, but I did see someone go on the soft for 24 laps, but they were those soft tyres were dying as well. So we will have to wait and see. So on lap 21 of 26, Surprise still net leads this race ahead of Evo. Evo is potentially going to get DRS this lap, but not quite, and potentially enough to get the run into turn 3. But can he try and do it on this occasion? No, he can't, but he's a little bit closer to Veloce Surprise this round, so his next big chance could be at the DRS straight. I do believe what caused Sonic to crash was it might have been that his wheel was disconnected. I'm not entirely sure on that one, but that's what I've heard from chat. I'm not entirely sure, but I won't be surprised if it is actually his wheel that disconnected, or if he binned it. I don't know, but I will find out at some point what caused the shunt into turn 1. As that was close from Martin there, as he almost crossed into Veloce Surprise's way there. But here we go, as Veloce Surprise is still in the lead now, as Martin is going to be the first runner to pit. He's going on to the supers. Wow, that is crucial. That is crucial here. He's coming out of the pits now. Crucially enough, the ERL boys go ahead and pit him for now, but Darth Vader will still have to pit. Myro still can go for the remainder of this race though, but only just. So Martin still winning the points. Both FAP Esports and ERL still in the points. So interesting enough, that'll be good. And Pietro He's going on for his final stop. I do believe he's going on for another set of the super soft tyres. Yes, he is. And he's going to the end of the race for those tyres. So only a few drivers doing the 2-stop, but I thought the majority of people would do the 1-stop, but I was proved wrong. So we shall find out, you know, we shall find out soon anyway. As Reynolds goes into the pits now, he's going on to set of the supers as well. And I forget, there you go, ahead of them. Darth Vader and Mario go ahead of him. Yes, they do. But due to the fact that the FAP Esports guys are on the super soft tyres, Martin can potentially catch up to these guys. Touch wood, we haven't seen many penalties from these drivers, which is quite a miracle, but I am probably going to jinx myself. But we have, I think we've probably seen a few people get a few warnings, but we haven't seen people get many penalties, so we'll have to find out at some point as well. Now Martin, interestingly enough, is 1 second behind Myro. Now he's about 7 tenths. He's closing in, turn after turn here, so he's got to be careful that his tyres don't die though, so he should be alright at the moment to potentially challenge for the move. Let us know your thoughts in the chat. Who you think is going to win the battle here? Is it going to be Martin or is it going to be Myro? We'll have to wait and see. Martin gets the DRS. Myro stays behind. Martin stays behind Myro into turn 1. Martin almost had a look around the inside of Myro as they go side by side into turn 2 and approaching turn 3. And a swooping move from Martin there. He makes his way up into P5 of this Grand Prix. Excellent, as he's already starting to pull away a bit, and he's having a better grip on those tyres as well. So maybe the 2-stop might work for him, I don't know. But just wait to the end of the race as well, because the supers only last 14 laps. So, and Martin's on lap 2 of these tyres, so it's going to be close. It's going to be close to see if they can make it to if the super soft tyres have enough grip to still challenge for positions. But you never know. You never know. And Reynolds, I'm just going to see where Reynolds is in comparison. Reynolds is about 7 tenths. He's around 7 seconds, sorry, not 7 tenths. 7 seconds to Myro now. He was about 8 seconds a moment ago. So I think he's gained a second a lap, as far as I'm aware. So he could do it potentially, but I don't know. As Pietro has got past, I think, John, and then we missed that, I think. No, I didn't. Well, it might be the change with people going into the pits, but I'm not entirely sure about that. And I think the only other battle going on circuit is between Surprise and Evo, but doesn't look like Evo's going to challenge Surprise for the move, because he knows that if he challenges it, and if it goes wrong, then it could have a massive impact. So that's why they're not going too aggressive, but you never know. But a win's a win. You want to win in this tournament, surely. As Evo almost had a look on the inside of Surprise going into turn 3, but not quite enough to make it stick for now. Evo's going to have the benefit of the DRS and the tow from Surprise going into turn 4 and into turn 5. Stay where he is right now, all both going into the right hand side of turn 6 into turn 7. Really beneficial that these two guys have kept this right. These two have kept it clean all race so far. They've had produced some very good racing so far. We haven't seen much of them, but because they've kept their nose out of trouble tonight, they have, at the moment, they've done what they needed to do a few races ago, but they're just racing for fun, really. And that is one advantage. If you've got your spot pretty much secure already, you can just have a laugh, race for fun, maybe go bold on the strategy. They didn't go bold on the strategy this time, but they maybe go a little bit bold on overtakes. They might try overtakes they may not necessarily have tried before. So you never know. So we'll have to wait and see. So I will. So it is going to be tight. Now, I will need to double check on this. I do believe in the team pool, because obviously PS4 have both Williams and on PS4 and PC. I think they combine it into one. I'm not entirely sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Demon. But if they do, I'm not sure how it's going to work. Will they have another team? I don't know how the next team gets selected then. But I don't know, but that could potentially mean that maybe another team from Xbox or PC could qualify, or PS4. You never know. But that, I don't know really, to be honest. I think they use one pool, but yeah, I don't know. I will double check with someone. I don't want to say that they can, but I don't know. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, because I don't want to be wrongly inaccurate or something. So, aren't they different teams? Okay, they're different teams. So they got William Esports and Williams Gym. Okay, so that doesn't matter then. That doesn't matter. My reckoning, my thoughts are out of the water. So Evo and Veloce Surprise still having a little bit of a battle here for first, so that should be good. Look at Reynolds though. Reynolds now 4.9 seconds behind Myro, but is it going to be enough to get past Myro? Darth Vader is in 8th, so, and Martin, crucially enough, Martin is ahead of both the AOR Esports guys. So I will just have to wait and see what goes on. As Reynolds he's going to do all he can to try and score some good points. He's done quite well actually for the FAP Esports team. Melanie did well last week, scoring double points for the team. Looks like they're going to get some good double point score for here as well, which will be good double point score in a row for them. So that will be a good comeback for them. So Martin has gained 5 positions and Reynolds has gained 2. And John in 183 Esports has also gained 2 as well. We've also seen quite a few people also drop positions as well. We've had Veloce Surprise that gained 1 position. Both the Comrade Gaming boys had gained 2 places as well. So, and I wonder, could Martin be on the glimpse of gaining another position? Martin's going to catch up to Kurowski. He's going to make a late move around the inside of Kurowski potentially, but backs out of it on this occasion. He's going to get DRS. Hopefully they can keep it clean, because otherwise it's going to be trouble for them. They're going to go side by side going into turn 4 as Martin goes around the inside, as Kurowski goes around the outside. I think a bit of a late move from one of them, but I think Martin gets the job done, I think, on Kurowski, and it makes the move stick. Martin up into 4th place. That could be his second 4th place in a row, and that will be something that he's proud about. It is his last, I think it's his last competitive league race in AOR, so, as in online, at this level. So, it will be good for him to get this result here. And EBR Reynolds now 3.6. I'm literally cutting. It is like tension with a knife. I don't think he might prove me wrong, but I don't think he's going to do it. The super softs do die. They're probably going to die about a lap before the end in grip. They're still going to be manageable, but but I don't think it's going to be enough to try and close in. But again, we'll have to wait and see. It depends if the softs start to lose grip as well. That is one question. But, oh, we got yellow flag in sector 3. What is that? What is that? I don't know. It's probably the game telling me something wrong, but there is nothing. I think there's probably someone slowing down or someone moving out of the way or someone. It might have been a blue flag, actually, for John, because John is going into the pits right now. I think John is going for a cheeky fastest lap here. I won't be surprised if he's going for cheeky fastest lap. So, I will check penalties really quickly as well. So, since it's gone to a quiet... Actually, no, let's not check penalties, as we could have a battle between Evo and Veloci Surprise. Oh, no, John's got a penalty. I think that's the first penalty of the race, I think. As Evo's going to see if he can have a late lunge into turn 4. No, not quite. Let's just watch them going towards turn 5 now. Them getting the exit. We got yellow flag in sector 1 and sector 2. Let's not concentrate on that at the moment. Let's just concentrate on this battle for the leads. They want as many points as they can get here, because if they can get wins here, that will boost their confidence going into the live finals for both of these teams. It will be nice to see all the platforms compete together and see which is the best esports team. I am very looking forward to the finals, actually. It should be a cracker. Basically the best 9 esports team battling it out. It's going to be amazing. If you watched the SR race, which I did, that was absolutely fantastic. I'm sure these are going to be great to watch as well. As Evo just not quite enough to have the pace, unfortunately. He's getting close on the straight here to get to DRS and approaching turn 4, but just not quite enough to make the move yet. So we'll have to wait and see. So as it stands, I do believe I'm not going to do any maths for the team still yet to qualify until the end of the race. I know there'll be a few people trying to do maths in their head, saying, oh, have they done it, but I'm going to wait until the final standings are calculated, because there could be penalties and stuff like that, and I will announce it provisionally who has qualified. So I will do it, because I know King Kodiak did it in his stream for PC, where he did a little bit of maths. So I did rewatch it back on Sunday. I think I watched it back Sunday afternoon, I can't remember. But we got 2 laps to go. Evo has a much better run on that corner there, but still doesn't have the chance. Oh, look at this. Reynolds, 2 seconds. He was about 1.9 a second ago. This is going to get feisty. This is going to get very feisty. I'll keep an eye on to see if that gap closes a little bit. It might do, but I'm not sure. So I will have a look in a second for you. Now it's down to 1.7. Oh my god, I can't even look at the gaps right now. This is so close. I know some of you guys belong to those teams. You want your teams to do well. You're just fighting on for dear life as well. So you'll just have to wait and see. As the only battle still going on track is the battle for the race win. We're about to start the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. Is Veloci Surprise that still leads with CRG Evo in P2. Now gap down to 1.6 to Reynolds and between Reynolds and Myro. I think I don't know. I'm not sure. It's going to be too close to call, but it might be too little, too late. But I don't know. I really don't know. Reynolds has got to find every element of his being, and Myro's got to make sure that he can push. All Myro needs to do is make sure he stays ahead. There's no penalties, I believe, but I will double check penalties quickly between the guys. So Myro has Myro's got a penalty. How about Reynolds? Reynolds has got 3 penalties. So at the moment, Myro's going to be ahead of Reynolds. So even if Reynolds gets past him, it's still going to be penalties. Now, Martin has got 2 penalties. Kowalski has got 1 penalty. But let's look at the gap between these. Well, John's got 5 seconds still going speeding in the pit lane. On the last lap, really? Now, Kowalski's about 4 seconds. Now, I will have a look, but look at the battle for the race win. Evo's going to dive in around the inside into turn 3. Surprise, manages to cover it off though well. We still have a Red Bull. There's one wide into turn 3, so that's costing him a little bit. Evo's going to try and have a look. Another look around the inside. Now go around the outside. Surprise now. Let's see what they can do here. Is it going to be a fight for the finish? The last lap of this AOR Esports Tournament, and it's a battle for the finish. This is crazy. I know it's not... I know they already qualified, but they just want pride. They want to get the most wins in this tournament. Let's just see what happens going into this final corner of turn 9 and going in to turn 10. Let's just see what happens. I do believe Veloce Spider going to do it. Oh, it's going to be close. 2.7 seconds. I think one of them must have got a penalty somewhere. Yes. Well, Surprise got a penalty. So Evo has won. Veloce second. Surprise second. Martin comes across the line in 4th. Kowalski comes across the line. I think he'll come ahead. No, he won't. Martin stays 4th. Oh, what's happened to Reynolds? Oh, no. I think Reynolds is going to keep P7. Yes, Reynolds keeps P7, I believe. And then Darth Vader comes across the line in P8. No, Darth Vader gets P7 because Reynolds has got so many penalties. Ooh, that's going to be close in terms of points. I will do my maths quickly. I will need to get a screenshot quickly to find out. I will make sure of this. I will double check because I don't want to do the wrong maths and say the wrong teams are qualified. I want to make sure that it's right. And don't forget, there's still stewards' reports that they've got to go through and stewards' inquiries, and they've got to make sure the results are fair and stuff like that. So that's why it is not official yet. It's provisional for which teams have qualified for the Xbox side. They'll be joining the likes of Williams Gym, Williams PC, VP, Red Bull, VGI Giants, and I can't remember the third team for PlayStation. Now, let me just quickly get a screenshot. There we go. I've got a screenshot. There we go. So, Evo takes the win with 25 points to his name. That means that Comrade Gaming has won the online portion of this esports tournament, which will help them very well going into the finals. With Veloce Surprise in P2, Simon in 3rd, Martin in 4th, Kowalski in 5th, Myra in 6th, Darth Vader in 7th, Reynolds in 8th, Pietro in 9th, John in 10th, Veloce Alonso and Amaze yet haven't scored today, unfortunately. So, I am going to do some quick maths and I will provisionally announce who has made it to the final. So first of all, I will do. Let me get my calculator. There we go. So first of all, I will add CRG's points. So CRG end the tournament on 296. Veloce Surprise, he's the only one that scored. So that will be 194. Now the biggie, I will get this. So Martin, that is okay. I'll do this quietly so you don't get a peek. There we go. So that, that's close. Right, okay. And McLaren, which is ERL. So ERL. ERL has scores. So that's. Wait a minute. Okay. Right then. They haven't scored today. Who else has scored today? We've got Karaski. Right. I will do my maths for the other teams in a minute. I know you've all been dying with pure breath at the moment, but I think I've done it right. I will make sure of this. Okay. So, in first place in the esports tournament for Xbox One, making their way to the finals is Comrade Gaming. So, well done for them claiming first place. They had their lineup for Evo and Simon for the whole of the tournament, and we shall be seeing them in the finals. In second place is Veloce with Veloce Surprise and Sonic, but it was very close between Fat and ERL. But with a 7-point difference, provisionally, with 115 points, the third team provisionally qualifying to the finals is AOR Esports. So, provisionally, well done to the AOR Esports team for getting their Xbox team provisionally into the finals. There will be stewards inquiries that might be ongoing, I'm not entirely sure, but that was super close between those two teams. But ERLs have provisionally done it, so well done to them as well. And that is it. They'll be joining on the likes of Williams, Red Bull, VP Gaming, BGIA, these great amazing teams, and we are looking forward to seeing what they can do in the final. I think there will be something put up on Twitter when the teams are confirmed officially, but provisionally your teams that are representing the Xbox side are Comrade Gaming, Veloce Esports and ERL Esports. And if it stays the same, I would like to wish these teams the best of luck representing our side. Come on guys, you can do it. Do us proud. So yes, and it's been a pleasure to commentate for you for the last few rounds of this tournament. I think I did a few for the opening round, and also I have streamed, I think, Britain as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this tournament. It's been absolutely amazing. Thanks to all our sponsors. Without you, this tournament could not have happened. And it doesn't matter if you joined us only for a few rounds, but you only joined us for the last few. It's been absolutely awesome, and I'm been so delighted to commentate the last few rounds. It's been absolutely amazing, and I just wish all the teams from PC, PS4 and Xbox One that are qualified the best of luck for the final stages. More information about what's happening with the finals will go out on Twitter once the guys know about it, so just look out on the AOR Twitter for more information, and I will know when you know, basically. I'll be on the same boat as you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good evening, everybody. We'll be back to normal programming. Tuesday nights will be free for a while, so enjoy your break for Tuesday nights for a while. I'm almost certainly going to enjoy it, even though I have enjoyed the last few commentating for this. But you know, thank you guys, and we shall see you for the next AOR stream, which I believe is tomorrow, for the Radicals League, which is PS4. And also we got the F1 Leagues on Friday, the iRacing Leagues on Friday as well. AOR F1 Leagues on Sunday. That's it, my bad. But anyway, thanks for watching, and good night.